Welcome to Never Too Old, a Star Wars Unlimited podcast.
Welcome back. Today we have something special planned, and that is more or less all droid episode. With Secrets of the Force, there is a second droid leader coming out, C-3PO, and I thought, let's build a deck with this new leader. I know he doesn't have that much support from the new set so far, but there's some existing droid that we already know that are exciting to play with him, and maybe we can win some game. But first, let's look at the deck, I guess.
DeckTech.
So first we have C-3PO. He deploys at 4. He's a 1/6, so that's not too exciting. I think his ability is fun. On the leader side, it's action and 1 resources. Tap him. If you control an exhausted unit, exhaust a unit. And yes, sometimes it's annoying that you have to like attack with someone first or play a unit first in order to use him. But I think he's fun. I think it's a nice ability. We will see with the deck that I've built. The 1 resource is not that expensive. We can spend it quite easily if the timing is just right. And when you deploy as a 1/6, like we said, on 4 resources, it's on attack. If you control another exhausted unit, you may exhaust the unit. So the same, but for free. And this ability here on the unit side is a little bit more exciting. So let's first take a look at how can we build around this ability. So the first thing that came to my mind, especially when he is deployed, is of course, I guess, Babu Frick. So tapping a unit, and then with the C-3PO, of course, attacking for 6. So you attack with the amount of health the unit, the droid, it has to be a droid. You don't attack with the power, but with the remaining HP instead. So that would be, I mean, it has to be right. And the thing is, you have to deploy on the 4 resource turn, and Babu Frick, you have to be sure that Babu Frick is not getting tapped or exhausted. So sometimes you just want to like attack with another R2 or C-3PO for 4. But then you tap Babu Frick, you attack with C-3PO for 6, and you immediately can tap something for free. So that's nice. Another unit that it works with, of course, is the Fleet Lieutenant. You have C-3PO deployed, you play the Fleet Lieutenant, you attack for 3, and then you immediately get to tap something for free. So those 2 combos that work quite nicely with C-3PO. But let's take a look at the rest of the deck. So we have quite a lot of 1 cost cards, pretty much, yeah, almost half of the deck is just 1 cost card. So we want to play 2 1 cost units in the first turn. Usually we want to play something like Babu Frick and R2D2, one of them, one of the 1/4. Of course, the ignoring protocol is better because you have the ability, and I think it's quite a nice ability, even though you don't have C-3PO on the board, like filtering your deck for 1 is sometimes just amazing. And then turn 2, you kind of want to like attack for the 4 health, or if you have to play Chopper for the 3 health. So that's a nice start. And then you have like 2 1/4 or 1/3 units on the board that you want to make bigger with some of the other cards. C-3PO, in case you have to like draw something, of course, is also a 1/4. I like R2 better because it's just half the price. But C-3PO is nice turn 1 play as well. I think you're always guessing 1. You get some more cards in your hand because you're playing a lot of cards. Then one of the new additions from the new sets is Chopper. I don't like Chopper in the first turn because, I mean, he's gonna die, and with all the shielded units out there on turn 1, he's maybe not even taking care of the other one. I mean, if they don't have any shielded, usually takes care of the opponent's units as well because he attacks for 4. But if you play like a double 1 drop like Babu Frick and R2, and then on the second turn you maybe tap something or play another 1 drop like a Chopper or whatever, or a Daring Ray to take care of something, and then a Chopper, it's already quite nice because the opponent doesn't know what to take care, right? I mean, the Babu Freak is not allowed to be on the board when C3PO deploys, but on the other hand, Chopper attacks for 4. Of course, the discarding is sometimes annoying because we play that many cards. But I mean, he's a rebel. We will see some rebel synergies in the deck later on. So I put him in there. I think he's nice, just not on the first turn. But later on, I think he can put on some pressure, and the opponent just has to like run something in it. Of course, there's always the paying situation where you're just like, I don't know, a mole or a tall thing can just take care of him with one action. That's annoying as well. Leia is nice, either playing her and the one drop on the first turn, or later on exhausting something that goes well with the C3PO, tapping a lot of things. And I guess, I mean, we just want to be faster than the opponent at some point. Of course, we're not as fast as Sabine or whatever. We're not finishing on the fifth or sixth resource turn. That's more or less when we want to get to the daring raids or the for a causes or whatever. And yes, I guess we're running Tarkintown. I guess we didn't talk about that. We just want to take care of early units. You know, they're running maybe units into our droids that survive. They have some damage on them, and then we can just take care of them, and they start from the beginning, and we can just build on the droids that we have. Pelimoto, I think it's fun in there. She is, I mean, she's another unit that has to be killed, right? It's all 1/4 unit. I mean, it's probably not true for the R2s because they don't do as much, but Pelimoto and Babu Freak both being 1/4, Pelimoto costing 2. I mean, you can't have her distributing experiences all game, so you have to take care of her. You have to run either a later unit in there or probably a unit in there twice, an early unit. So she's fun. You can make C3PO bigger or another unit that you have on board already. The thing is also you can make C3PO bigger and then still attack with Babu Frick. You know, you get the experience on both sides. So if you have him as a 3/8 or something, he attacks for 8 then if you have a Babu Frick on the board. So that's fun. Cassian Andor, just in case we need to smuggle something out when you don't have any cards. And Fleet Lieutenant we already discussed. I think works quite nice with 3PO because you can immediately, like we said, tap something. Then the K2, I mean, it's a strong unit. Sometimes you want to play multiple units on the 4 resource turn. Sometimes the K2 is enough. It's usually 7 damage, so that's nice. And we also have the heroic sacrifice in there because we don't care that much for the droids dying. It's also 1 cost card, so we will have plenty of cards in there if you have a C3PO out. So having heroic sacrifice with the K2 is quite nice. Then wing leader, we have a bunch of rebels. All the 1 drops except for Babu Frick are rebels. But putting the wing leader also on the C3PO makes him a 3/8 on turn 4, which is not bad. And then on attack, exhaust something if you have something exhausted yourself. I think, but you can also put it on the chopper or one of the R2s or the C3PO or also the 2 cost chopper, I guess. So wing leader is nice. Medal ceremony is quite amazing in here because I mean sometimes you play chopper and R2 or both R2s in the first turn. They usually cannot take care of both of them. Then second turn you play, I don't know, a C3PO and whatever, maybe a daring raid or another droid. And then sometimes you really attack because you deploy on the next turn. You really have 4 rebels out there and you can really distribute four experiences among the rebels, making them even bigger. And then when you have a bunch of 2/5s, I mean the damage piles up quite quickly. 1/4 is annoying. If you have a situation where you're only attacking with 1/4 without the Babu Frick or without, I don't know, wing leader or medal ceremony, I think it's hard. It's difficult to win. But I mean sometimes the droids can get quite big quickly. Daring Raid, it's another 1 cost card. You play, like we said, we play a lot of them in the deck. You can either damage a unit and then take care with Tarkintown, or just finish it right away with the Daring Raid, or if you just need some reach later on with for a cause, and then you draw like a Daring Raid, you just put it on top, and then you have another 2 damage early on next turn. Heroic Sacrifice we already discussed as well. Later on, when you have like the reach in hand, just destroy one of those droids. I think you don't want to destroy them too early. You start to destroying them when you know you're getting there. But I mean, it's a nice card, like we said, especially also with K2. And then Heroic Resolve and Hotshot Blaster. Hotshot Blaster is great as well because it's a one cast, and Heroic Resolve also being a one cast, and then maybe sometimes even right away attacking for the 4 on the same turn because we don't have anything else to play. I mean, it's then, I don't know, 5 damage with the leader. I mean, it doesn't feel like the strongest, but it's a possibility that's there as well. And then the question, I guess, I have to ask myself is for a cause. Yeah, does it fit in there or not? Because I think we have 11. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah, 11 non-heroic cards in there. I think the expectancy is still 3 damage, which is not bad. But I guess 11 cards is a lot to not trigger for a cause. But I think here as well is just looking at the cards. I think it's still worth running it. But I mean, if you have other ways to finish it, I mean, why not replace it? I think that's a deck. I think it's a fun one. Like we said, I think I still hope he gets some support from the new deck. I don't think there's a lot of cards in the new deck that support him as a leader. But I think it's a fun deck. It's I don't know, it's thematic to some sense. It's not that bad. I mean, I've been winning some games. I don't think it's gonna be hyper competitive, except for him getting some more support in the new set. But we'll see where it goes. But I think it's a fun deck right now. So I guess let's see how it does in battle.
Battle deployment.
So let's just queue, see if we get some games. For Kasuda, I think it'll be tough, or I can tap some units. If I can tap some units, maybe I'll be faster, but
Hello there.
it'll be tough. Mulligan this. Now we have to double 1 drop. We can. Well, I mean, I guess something like this. I guess put it at the bottom. Yeah, I mean, he's probably just gonna be faster than me. Let's see what he does. Why would you? Does he have any attack, any ability that? Oh yeah, the trench run. Let's see if it can tap something. No, it's R2. Did he claim? Should I play now? Put on top. Pass. So the question is, can we be faster? It's probably tough. At least I can like tap his leader. Let's just deploy. Attack for 6 and tap him. We can get a bunch of damage in here, right? The 2 more from the wing leader and the 2 more from the blaster and the 1 experience from Pelimoto. A little bit late the Bubble Freak reaction.
Hello, I Bubble Freak.
Let's put that here. Let's put that here. Bottom. Nice. At least I hit something. Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna be enough. Those are both nice. I can play the Fleet Lieutenant and tap something. Either the the Millennium Falcon or the Black One, which is nice. So he attacks for 6 some, I guess, only. And I think I can finish. I mean, I can also do it with Bubble Frick, I guess, if I want to the 6 damage in there. Surprise strike for 5. And it kind of depends if he has a pilot or something. It's gonna be tough. And I guess we will tap this dude. 7 to go. We have 8 to go.
The Force is with me, and I am with the Force.
Oh. But I think I'm faster, right? Nice. That was a tough one, but a good game. I think the Bubble Freak worked quite nicely here. Sabe, I think she's tough. I mean, tough for him, I think.
Hello there.
I don't think she's strong. I mean, the new Obi-Wan Kenobi, which we will talk about in a second as well, I think is fun. But I think she's tough. Probably Leia and Daring Raid, and maybe Tarkintown, whatever the opponent's gonna play. But yeah, that's a bad hand. I don't have any droids. Already a resource. I mean, using Tarkintown for 1 damage feels bad, I guess, as well. I think I'm gonna play the Heroic Resolve on Leia, or the Daring Raid, depending again. No, I guess Heroic Resolve. I mean, playing the Millennium of the Falcon on turn 2 is annoying as well, because he's only gonna be able to spend 3 resources next turn. Attack, not quite using it yet. Hopefully we get a 1 card now. Yeah, that's bad. I mean, I guess at least we have the blaster. Maybe get another 1 drop with C-3PO. What was that? I mean, nobody even really cares. Ah. That's okay. That's okay, I guess. Stay at 4 because I mean I could have resourced 4 a cost, but I don't really want to. I mean I don't think the ability is strong. I don't know, maybe it's me. Heroic Resolve. Tap her. Yeah, he doesn't seem to work quite yet in Carabas, which is unfortunate. But I mean, what can I do? I think 4-5 is fine. I think his ability is kind of rock and roll. I mean, I don't know if it's gonna work ever. I mean, with Sabe as a leader unit, sure, because you can look at 2 cards. But other than that, I don't think my C-3PO is gone. So I can attack with a bunch with her. Am I gonna do this? Let's just do it. I think that should be GG with a 4 cost. 3 damage to base. Let's attack. Let's get a Babu in hand at least. I mean, I don't think he worked, right? I mean, I could have played something, but I don't know if it would change anything if he plays my card. Wait, well, whatever. I got lucky there, I guess, with the forecast discard. I mean, when his unit deals combat damage to a base, okay. I mean, discarding a card from hand is great as well. I mean, maybe she has a shot. I don't know. But anyway, that was fun. Those were fun games. I think C-3PO. I think he still needs support in the new set. If he doesn't, it's gonna be tough. So anyway, I think we'll talk about C-3PO for a bit later on. Let's move to a new segment, and
Ultimate Trials.
I'll try to figure out who is the best droid in all the existing sets. So that's including Intro Battle of Hoth and also the droids that have been released so far in Secrets of Power. I think we have in total 23 unique, I mean, yes, only the unique droids. We have in total 23 unique droids. Some of them have a buy in the first round. We will just see which one I think is stronger and then see which one is actually the strongest droid in all of them. So we have the first IG-88 pilot who has a buy. Then we have BB-8 and BD-1 from the game series, I guess. I think that's a tough one. I think BD-8 doesn't see any play. I don't think he's bad having hidden and giving +1/+0, I think. I think it's just +1/+0. But I think I gotta give it to the BB-8 who sees some play at least in the Poe Dameron deck and readying a resistance unit and whatnot. I think BD-8 is a tiny bit stronger. I mean, not by much, I don't think, but BD-8 is not bad, but he doesn't see any play. I don't know why. I don't have him in my deck either. I think pretty much only because he's not a rebel, and 1/3 is annoying. I have the 1/3 chopper rebel in the deck, so having or being a rebel changes a lot. So we have the lead L3 that has a buy as well. 2/2 shielded, of course. That's a tough one. I mean, it's not a tough one, but it sucks. It sucks because I like R2 so much. I think he's not so much stronger than C-3PO, but I think a 1/4 for 1 and just filtering decks and just looking at the top card feels great. I mean, in the right deck, of course. But I think the HK47, I think it is just stronger, especially in the Boba deck. 2/4 for 2 and dealing a damage to a base when an enemy unit gets defeated is just strong. Yeah, too bad R2 didn't get the buy here because I think R2 pilot is much weaker. I think playing him for free is fun as well, but unfortunately he has a buy. Oh, that's a nice matchup as well. K2 against Hu Yang. Yes, Hu Yang saw some kind of play being a Jedi, I guess, as well. So giving +2/+2 to unit as long as he's in play and being at 2/4 for 3 though. But we all know how strong K2 is. I mean, I gotta give it to him. I mean, he's most definitely giving you 7 points of damage at least in a game. Yeah, I think K2 is the right choice here. C-3PO having a buy. Then you have the Cunning R2 that lets you discard a card and then look at the 3 top cards and drawing one. 2/4 for 2. And then we have a new addition, the BMO from Andor, I guess. Restore 1, cost 1, being a 0/4. I mean, why not have him in the C-3PO deck? But he's also not a rebel, which is annoying. It's also sad that he's not a rebel because I think he could be a rebel if Cassian is a rebel, but I don't know. On attack, you may disclose 2 heroism aspects if you do give a unit Sentinel for this phase. I think R2 is great. I think he's still in some decks. You know, you look at the 3 top cards. 2/4 for 2 is not bad. I gotta give it to the R2. Then off to the other side of the bracket, we have Kraken with a buy. We have the new from Battle in Hoth, Battle Intro, Battle of Hoth, or something like that. 1/4, costing 2, cunning, heroism, R2 unit on attack. If you control a command unit, exhaust an enemy ground unit that costs 4 less. I don't think it's that strong, but maybe you'll see some play. Oh, then we have 2 new C-3POs battling each other. We have also from Battle of Hoth 3 cost, which is expensive. Command Heroism 1/4 unit. When played, if you control a cunning unit, draw a card. I don't think that's that strong. And we have the new C-3PO unit from Power or Secrets of Power. Costs 1, command heroism as well. Action, tap, return this unit to its owner hand. Give a unit +2/+2 for this phase. I mean, I thought about playing him in the deck as well. I mean, 1/3 is not that bad. His action is not that bad either. You know, returning him to hand, giving +2/+2 to a unit. But also not being a rebel is annoying. But I gotta give it to him. I think he's interesting. I think he might see some play. Kalani having a bye. Then you have Chopper and Mr. Bones. That's a tough one. 4/1 legendary. Both players have to discard a card, costs 2. And Mr. Bones being a, what is it, a 3/1. And then on attack, if you don't have any cards in hand, he destroys something. I mean, I think I'm giving it to the Chopper, even though, or especially because I'm hoping for him to see some play. I think the double aggression aspect doesn't help Mr. Bones. I think it's a good unit, but I hope Chopper will have a bigger impact on the game than Mr. Bones. And you have IG, a nice unit that has a buy. We'll see him later on. The lead that when he's getting destroyed, he jumps on a vehicle. But I think that's an easy one as well. I think the Forlom, especially with the Suckers combo. But Forlom by itself, what is it, a 4 cost 4/4 with ambush, and then making it bigger if you have Suckers in play, and Chopper having a buy as well. So the new duels. IG Pilot against BB-8. So IG Pilot being a 5 cost, as a unit it costs 2, gives +0/+3. It's a tough one. Decide. I'm probably giving it to the IG. I think he sees, I mean, does he see more play? I don't know. I think, you know, it's easy to have damaged or have the opponent have damaged units and then it gets +3/+0. I think he's more versatile than the BB-8. That's just pretty much in the PO deck, I guess. Lead, I think Lead is a great unit, 2/2 shielded that can be smuggled out, but I think we gotta give it to the HK here. It's just a strong unit, also being a legendary 2/4 for 2 is great. R2 Pilot against K2, I think that's a no-brainer, sorry. This one is a tough one. Really, I think C-3PO is worse in feeling for me because I think R2 is better because he's half the price. 2/4 is not bad, but once you played him, he's not doing anything. I mean, he's attacking for double. I think I'm going to give it to this C-3PO, the original Shadow Spark of Rebellion C-3PO, just for nostalgic reasons. Now, Kraken doesn't see a lot of play, and then we have the new Battle of Hoth unit. Kraken 5 cost 2/5 and played, create 2 battle droid tokens on attack. I think even though we don't see him that much when he gets played and when he gets played in the right moments, I think he can be annoying and strong. Really, I don't see the new R2 unit that strong, you know, and you have to have a command unit and then on attack you can tap something and he's a 1/4 for 2. I don't think so. The new C-3PO we talked already, and then Kalani. On attack you may choose another unit. If you have the initiative you may choose up to 2 other units. Instead give each chosen unit +2/+2. Cost 6, 5, 7. I'm going to go with the C-3PO. 1 cost and then giving +2/+2. I think it's more interesting. I think 6, 5, 7 or 5, 7 for 6 and then with the ability is kind of too expensive. I think I'm hoping here. Then we have IG against Chopper. I think IG again is alright if, I mean, they capture and defeat him. If this unit would be captured, defeat him and deal 3 damage to each enemy ground unit instead. I mean, are you ever going to capture it? No, but whatever. But on attack you may deal 3 damage to a damaged ground unit for 5, 6, 5. I mean, it's not bad. I think I'm going to go with him, sadly. Sorry, Chopper. 4-1, I think still can be interesting for 2. But I think IG is underrated. I think we saw some of him getting played on the weekend in the big tournaments. I think IG is alright. 4 against Chopper. I think Chopper is alright as well, especially if you have maybe a Sabine in there as well and you can discard 2 cards. But 4 is just too strong, I guess. So, next round. IG88 against HK. I think HK has to win this one, right? IG just doesn't see enough play, and then the ability is too clunky, I guess, with a damaged unit. C-3PO against K2. I think that's a no-brainer as well. Like, I mean, still, I think C-3PO is a nice unit, but I mean, K2 is just too strong. That's an interesting one. I think that's the most interesting quarterfinal here. Kraken against C-3PO. I think Kraken is stronger than Kalani. I always mess them up. I think Kraken is alright. Do we just hope? Do we just hope for the C-3PO to be better? I think I'm gonna do it. I think he's gonna be alright. Maybe. I don't know. IG against 4-lam. Like we said, IG is a fine unit, but 4-lam is just too good. Semi-final. HK47 against K2. I think he doesn't see enough different decks that he's in. I mean it gotta be K2, right? To overwhelm and when defeated effect. It's just too strong. It's been around since the first set. He sees a lot of plays, not only in the Sabine deck, but also. I mean, also it's not just for 3 damage, right? You can also use him as a discarder. Discard some cards. I think it's gotta be the K2. And then I think finally C-3PO with the hope.
I find your lack of faith disturbing.
I think it's gotta be the 4-lam. I think he just sees too much play. And there you have to find it's funny, both 4 costs, 4/4. One has ambush and suckers shenanigans, and one has the fun deal damage and the discard card. I think by themselves, I think I gotta give it to the K2. I think K2 is he's just so strong. If you have any deck that runs villainy, aggression, villainy, heroism, aggression, and you either are trying to be aggressive and fast, or you have a discard. I mean, now with the 4th throw gun, I mean, maybe a little less, but you have like a Poe in there, maybe, and maybe a pillage. I mean, he's just going in the deck, right? The overwhelm helps as well. There's some synergies with, I don't know, Fleet Lieutenant, putting 2 more on the base, and also heroic sacrifice. But also, of course, the 4-lam is a very good runner-up, especially with the Suckers combo. I don't know, maybe I'm biased because I go for heroism, but I think K2 gotta be the best droid so far, or unique droid so far in the game. So with that, to finish it up, let's look at some new cards. I picked 5 that came out or that were revealed last week.
Preview scan.
I think the first one we talked already a bit. He didn't work in the Karabas, but the Obi-Wan Kenobi 4-cast Cunning Heroism unit 4/5. That's nice stat line. I think it's the same with Kanan. I think 4-cast 4/5 Force Jedi Republic is a great unit by itself. I think it's a legendary. I think the ability kind of puts me off. When this unit deals combat damage to a base, discard a card from the defending player's deck. For this phase, you may play that card from their discard pile, ignoring its aspect penalties. I mean, yes, we're all thinking about, oh, we can play a barrage off of the opponent's deck. I mean, when is this ever going to happen, right? And I mean, if you play a barrage, you still have to have the unit. Of course, you can play it on him, dealing 6, but then you're not attacking. I mean, yes, it's fun to look at the top card, and if it's a good one, maybe you don't have that many cards in your hand yourself. Why not? I mean, with Sabe as a leader unit, you're looking at 2 cards. Even more, why not? But I think it's going to be difficult to play him for his ability. But we see Ezra Bridger being played as a 3-5 or 3 that doesn't see his ability used ever. So why not maybe? I think, like we said, 4-5 for 4. I think it's one of the first Force units in Cunning that has these stat lines, if not the first. So why not? But I'm not sold on him yet. Then the second one I'm excited about is the Valiant Commando. 3 cost aggression, heroism, rebel trooper, 3-3. I think 3-3 is kind of annoying. I mean, you play Fleet Lieutenant, but you play Fleet Lieutenant because you get immediate value. For 3, here it's just when this unit deals combat damage to a base, you may defeat this unit if you deal 3 damage to that base. I mean, the effect is insane, right? If you have him out, and yes, he gets defeated by pretty much anything at some point in the game because it's a 3-3 for 3. But if you play him, I don't know, maybe with a U-Wing later on, and they have to take care of it immediately, and that leaves you with other units on the board, or they can't take care of it because you play it later on. I don't know. It's just 6 damage to base for 3, right? And that's crazy. Again, I mean, it dies to anything. It doesn't have immediate impact when you play it like the Fleet Lieutenant does, or I mean, it's up against, of course, it goes into those Leia Sabine decks. It's up against Fighters for Freedom. It's up against Fleet Lieutenant. Fighters for Freedom has the 1 more health that helps it a lot, of course. But why not? I think it's exciting. I think it's a fun unit. I think it can be hyper aggressive, especially in the Leia deck again, that I've been hyped about, when you like attack with that for 6 and then you can maybe attack with another unit. We'll see. I think it's interesting. Another Rebel card. I think there are more Rebel cards still coming in this set. It's a 4-cost aggression, heroism, 3-2. Yes, the 2 health doesn't help, but it has plot, and it has a when played effect. You may deal 2 damage to a ready unit. I think that can be fun. I think, with the Tarkintown and Daring Raids of this world, and you deploy, I don't know, you deploy on 4, you deploy a Sabine or something, and then you just deal 2 damage to a ready unit that dies. It's very interesting. 4-cost 3-2 seems like a bad unit, especially the 2 health, like we said. It dies against anything that's in space. But maybe the opponent doesn't have a space unit yet, and you want to kill something that has 2 health left. So why not? I mean, it's a plot. You can also just leave it in the discard, in the resources, I guess. But I think it's interesting. Then what else? The first card that I've been really, I don't know, sad about is Let's Talk. Trick costs 9. If a friendly unit left play this phase, this event costs 3 less to play. Then I guess it costs 6. Each friendly unit captures an enemy non-leader unit in the same arena. I think we have seen those cards before. Yes, if you go wide and then the opponent doesn't go wide, you're just capturing 1. If both go wide, yes, it's your win condition card. But I mean, it's just, I don't think it's going to see play anytime soon. I think it's going to be one of those cards that that people open 6 times in their packs and are going to be sad about every time they open. So I'm sad about this, disappointed in this card, legendary, but whatever. Maybe I'm wrong. And then the last one, also a legendary, Vigil, 7 cost, Vigilance Heroism card, Resistance Vehicle, Capital Ship, 5-9. It has plot, so that helps, but I mean, I guess it has to be a 7 resource deploy leader. If damage would be dealt to another friendly unit, prevent 1 of that damage. Of course, that doesn't go with unpreventable damage. I think like indirect damage and stuff. And if damage would be dealt to this unit by another card, deal that much damage plus 1 instead. I think it's an interesting mechanic. So if you attack this one, it gets defeated. It's faster. If you attack any other unit, you just prevent 1 damage. I think, of course, probably working with Sentinel. I think it can be, I mean, again, Sentinel with a 7-drop, with a 7-drop unit, maybe something like, I don't know, a Chewbacca or what do I know? You deploy Chewbacca, play this as a plot, and then you have immediately Sentinel that's very annoying to deal with. Maybe. But I mean, 7 is late again. But why not? I think it's interesting. We have to build around it. I think, of course, we have to figure out where it belongs. But I think, yeah, those were the cards that I've picked for this week. 5 cards.
Final thoughts.
You saw the first legendary that I'm disappointed in, or that I mean disappointed. I think it's just bad. But other than that, I hope for a C-3PO deck. I think, it's the second droid, it's the first heroism droid leader. I think he can be strong. I hope he's gonna be strong. I hope he's gonna have some more support in the new set with the remaining cards to be revealed. If not, I think it's gonna be tough to play him.
We're doomed.
Exactly. But with that, I leave you. I hope it wasn't too long video. I wish you a nice week, and let me know what you think about the C-3PO deck, especially in the comments, if he has a shot or not. And with that, we'll see each other next week. Bye bye, guys.